Hello Capricorns, and welcome back to my channel. This is Awaken Healings with Jess. I'm here to bring you your energy report for the month of July. There's a lot going on energetically. It's going to be big energy this month. We are in eclipse season, and oh my god, it's just going to be awesome. So before we get started, I'd like to invite you to create sacred space with me. Let's just connect energetically and clear our hearts and minds and clear our energy. Okay, here we go. Okay, thank you. So, yes, eclipse season. 2nd of July, we have the solar eclipse happening in Cancer. We also have the new moon happening in Cancer as well, same day. We have a retrograde happening, Mercury, let's see, on the 7th of July. That should last until about the 19th. And then we have full moon, Capricorn, on the 16th. And I believe we have another eclipse, lunar eclipse, happening around the 3rd week of July. So, yes, lots going on energetically. This is a very pivotal time right now, cosmically speaking. The energy that's going on right now is really going to catapult and amplify our goals, dreams, and intentions, and really bring them into the 3D for us. So it's really imperative that we keep our thoughts and energy and our words positive, light, and upbeat, because the rate that we're manifesting, it's pretty impressive. It's incredibly fast. So we just don't want to manifest anything that we didn't really intend to manifest. All right, so let's get started. Theme cards, I'm using the Goddess of the Moon Oracle deck. I'm pulling 3 theme cards just to get the conversation started. First up is resistance. So Capricorns, there may be a group of you who are a little bit leery of the changes, maybe a little bit distrusting and resistant to moving forward with your new progression or with your new life. April, we did a lot of clearing and cleansing and purging, and that was true across the collective. That was a big, heavy month. It was pretty brutal. A lot of us had to say goodbye to karmic situations, and that could have been people, that could have been jobs, that could have been anything. Anything that had to dissolve, anything that had to be removed from our lives. April was literally the month that did it. We had some residual fallout, in the month of May and a little bit in June, but by now that's all over and done with, so our lives may look a little bit different now compared to what they look like in March and April. So there may be a little bit of resistance to what happened. Maybe you had to release a person or two and you're just not quite comfortable with that change. But that's okay, because, that had to happen in order for us to up level and to grow energetically and spiritually, and to bring in what you intended to bring in back in the new year when you set your intentions. So you have the void coming in reversed. I feel like some of you are kind of maybe stumbling around in the dark. Maybe you don't have a clear sense of direction, or maybe clear footing or solid footing of where you're going and which direction you're pointed in. But it's interesting that the void is coming out, given that we have the new moon on the 2nd as well as the eclipse, because the new moon is like the darkest night of the month. There is no light, no moonlight in the sky that night, and out of darkness breeds illumination. Out of darkness breeds clarity, insight, awareness. So I feel like you're right in alignment with that pattern, Capricorn, that right now you're kind of going through your dark period. Well, so is the moon, and so is the sun, because with the solar eclipse, the moon is going to block out the sun's light temporarily. But it's short-lived, and pretty soon, the light will return. And same thing for you, Capricorn, the light will return for you, and clarity and awareness will return for you as well. All right? So I think that's interesting, an interesting synchronicity that's coming in your reading. And then you have hunger, and this is howling at the moon, right? I feel like this is you, hunger for knowledge, hunger for clarity, and you know, you have a hunger for moving forward once you gain that clarity, that awareness, that illumination. So it's coming in for you. Just be patient and trust the process and know that everything is happening for your highest good, and that, um, you know, abundance is coming in for you. And wow, it sure is. Yeah, that new changes are on the horizon. This is all positive changes, and with the amount of solar energy that's occurring right now, it's all good. It really is. Just flow with it. Flow with the changes. Allow the changes to happen. Don't resist. The more you resist, the more likely the likelihood of you mucking up the timelines and the opportunities is going to increase. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to resist. So flow with it. And honestly, the best advice right now for the month of July is to keep things light, to keep things playful, to keep things fun. Keep things sort of non-committal right now. The energy is too fluid to really commit to anything long-term or solid. It's just, it's not ideal right now, especially with the Mercury Retrograde coming in for us on the 7th. Yeah, usually the advice is to not commit, to not make big important decisions, like don't sign contracts if you can avoid it. Sometimes you can't, you know, but if you can avoid it, don't sign contracts, or don't make large purchases, you know, during that time period. Travel can be a little bit skewy, so communication can be mucked up. So yeah, so between the 7th and the 19th of July, just sort of be wary about making big commitments, if at all possible. I mean, I get it, life happens, and you know, if you have to make decisions and sign contracts and make agreements or big travel plans, just an abundance of caution, you know, just be careful, be mindful, read through the fine print. Make sure you understand everything that the contract is saying, or if you are having a heavy discussion with someone, make sure that you're, you know, exercising diplomacy and tact, you know, with your words and your word choices, and you don't want to spark an argument unnecessarily. So just things to keep in mind as we go through July. Okay, just need 3 more cards. Yeah, so I'm seeing new opportunities coming in for you. Inspiration, creativity, you're walking away from things that are no longer serving you. Transforming, up-leveling. You've got the Tower card in the first week of July. Which is fine, because it's going to clear out the energies and give you the clarity that you seek and the motivation for you to move forward in your life. You've got the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Cups, and you're moving forward into something that's going to serve you better in the second week. Yeah, you're taking some time to pause, to gain some introspection, coming into alignment with your feminine energy. And you're completing a cycle. You've got the World card. Bottom of the deck is the Death card. Transformation. Big transformation, yeah. So it's happening. It's happening. It's going to happen right now within the first week of July. So flow with the changes. Allow that to happen. You've got the eclipse behind you supporting you. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really good changes because you're completing a cycle. This is the World card. This is the end of the month. This is the 4th week. This is cycle completed. You've learned the lessons. This is the universe saying you've learned the lessons. You've completed your karma. Now you're moving forward, you know, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So first up, starting off with the Tower. I don't get the sense that this is going to be the devastating Tower, like, oh my God, finances are going awry, relationships are ending, things are breaking down, the house is falling apart, I'm losing my job. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing this Tower as up leveling. Like, all right, let's clear out any remaining karmic energy, anything from the past. It's residue. It's clearing out the residue, because you've got the Ace of Wands coming in for you, which is inspiration, spiritual guidance, creativity, motivation, and the Page of Wands, right? So this is maturing quickly. This is going immediately from the Ace to the Page within the same week. So this is crystallization of inspiration. These are new ideas coming in for you. This is no longer just a thought. Now you're really thinking about how to make these ideas into something real, into something tangible. And this is about you thinking about what you want your next chapter to look like, what you want your next cycle to look like, okay? So you are choosing to walk away. You are ending a cycle. This is the Ten of Wands. So first week you have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. And then you're picking up your wands in the second week and saying, all right, moving forward. I am not staying stuck in this old energy. And you're choosing to walk away from things that no longer serve you, right? You got the Queen of Swords reversed. So maybe you're walking away from a relationship. Maybe you're walking away from an air sign. Maybe this is something that's no longer serving you. Perhaps. Queen of Swords energy, I feel like whatever this change is going on for you, this ending, this completion, has you a bit rattled. Because usually when the Queen of Swords comes in, she's very clear, very decisive. She knows what she wants. She's articulate. And she can express herself clearly and effectively. I think here, these changes that are happening, the endings and the walking away, is you're unclear, you're uncertain, you're just doing it, but your words, when she's reversed, the Queen of Swords can be bitchy. She can be cutting and biting with her language. So be very careful with how you're expressing yourself, particularly since we have Mercury in retrograde coming up on the 7th through the 19th. So watch your words here, okay? Be very careful with how you express yourself and the energy behind your correspondence and communication, because when you come off, or when language is a bit emotional or a bit charged, you may be saying the right thing, but your message is lost because it has the wrong energy behind it. So the third week is you have Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Empress reversed. Yeah, so I feel like you're taking a moment to pause. When the Four of Swords comes in, the Four of Swords is all about resting. It's about pausing, catching your breath. This is, which is great because you just walked away. You just had your Ten of Wands moment and you just walked away from the Eight of Cups, right? And you're feeling frazzled. You're feeling out of alignment. This is someone who's like, oh my God, this is someone who's out of touch emotionally. They're not in control of their emotions or their words, and they're just saying stuff. So third week, you will be resting. You will be getting in touch with your feminine energy. You have Queen of Pentacles and the Empress coming through. And I feel like both of these are, they're nurturing cards. Yeah, let's do it this way. So, when Queen of Pentacles comes in reverse, normally she's upright. She's normally very grounded. She's a wonderful provider and wonderful nurturer for her family. She's a great friend. She's very independent, very grounded, very balanced. Reversed, she can be overly nurturing, so like more of a mother hen. She can be smothering. I think that's true for both. So I kind of see these two cards very similar. You know, these are both earth energy, and the Queen of Pentacles is almost like a little sister to the Empress. They're both very grounded, both very feminine, very nurturing. It's all about abundance and creative energy and creating life. But it's reversed. So I feel like Capricorns, that you could be out of alignment with your earth energy, perhaps. That you're working to come into alignment with your spiritual self. You're thinking about what you want to physically bring into your next cycle, into the next phase. Because you did walk away. You do have the Tower moment within the first week. Second week, you're choosing to walk away from the Eight of Cups and moving forward into something new. You just don't know what that means or what that looks like. And you're taking that pause, the Four of Swords pause, to figure this out. And I feel like, Capricorn, that you are getting yourself grounded again. Getting yourself grounded into your earth energy to define your next move. Because you have the World, fourth week. Four of Pentacles. Taking another pause. Checking in with your resources, and Eight of Swords. Yeah. So, this is a cycle completed. This is fated changes. This is your karma ending. This is the universe saying you have learned everything you needed to learn in that cycle. Congratulations. Task complete. Yeah. So now you're like, okay, great. Let's take stock of where we're at financially. Let's take stock of our resources. And what is it that we want to do? And you may be limiting your thoughts and ideas, because you've got the Eight of Swords here, and this is like negative speak, negative self-talk. This is a false imprisonment. This could be you maybe doubting the changes that are coming your way. But you're feeling a bit anxious because, like I said, bottom of the deck is the Death card. This is happening. And I think you're a bit anxious about these big changes. You have the Death card at the bottom of the deck. You've got the Tower card first card on the reading. And the World card, completions. It's ending. Whatever life you were used to, it's all changing. It's all changing. And by August, it's going to look completely different. Yeah. So don't fret. Don't fret. This is a fate cage. This is self-imposed. This is self-imposed restrictions. No, she's not in prison. She can move forward. There's no swords in front of her blocking her passage. She can move forward. And Capricorn, that's you. You can move forward, okay? You're no longer stuck. And I feel like maybe that's what the world is saying, is you're no longer stuck in that energy. You no longer have to, hunker down and save and close yourself off. You're free to move. You're free to move forward into your new chapter, to your new cycle. That's what I think the message is for you for the last week of July. Moving on. So, big reading, big energy. I'm excited. So definitely keep in touch, comment below. Let me know what the solar eclipse is going to bring for you. It's going to bring some amazing changes. So we're checking in right now with Pure Love Oracle and just kind of see what comes out. But yeah, I think out of all the readings I've done today, I think yours has been the most transformative. you know, everyone is going to have a new life in August. It's going to look differently. It's going to feel differently. It's going to be for the better. It really is. Abundance is coming through for everyone. But yours is really big. Okay, so I'm just pulling 2 cards for the masculine, 2 cards for the feminine, and these are just short little messages between twins and soulmates, just to kind of check in and see what's going on there. Okay, so masculine would like to share to his feminine, I am open to love, and I want to spend my life with you. I love that. It's very nice. And feminine would like to say to her masculine, I am sending you messages and signs, and we need to work on our relationship. So yes, I feel like this particular union was out of union, but they are making steps to reconcile and to come together. It's not going to happen overnight. They're not going to reconcile and come into union, you know, in the month of July. I do think that the conversations are definitely getting started now. And, you know, the masculine definitely loves his feminine, and he wants to spend the rest of his life with her, and he's open to love. So he's emotionally available, which is awesome. And the feminine saying, we need to work on our relationship, and I'm sending you messages and signs. So yeah, it's all about timing, but it's about taking the necessary steps to fix what happened and to communicate points of view and to understand what caused the split and how to move forward from that, and to maybe make the necessary apologies, you know, to bring this into union. But July, like I said, is very it's very volatile. It's great energy because we're in the energy of Cancer right now. So it's from a space of, you know, heart-centeredness and, you know, intuitiveness, and we're really in touch with our feelings and with our emotions right now. But with Mercury retrograde, like in the 2nd and 3rd week of the month, communication can be a bit off, and, you know, just with all the changes that are happening, I just feel like things just sort of need to settle a little bit more, you know. But I mean, do what you want. Just be careful that when just choose your words wisely, and just be a bit sensitive to the receiving party, and be sensitive on how you would want to receive that message. So yeah, diplomacy and tact will get you a long way with communication, even in a retrograde. So yeah, let's pull from the Journey of Love Oracle and see what comes through. They're such large cards that they're kind of hard to shuffle sometimes. Okay, so we have a card for the masculine. Let's pull for the feminine. That one wants to come out. Okay, so for the masculine, he's receiving the legacy of light. Yeah, so I feel like this is him awakening and being enlightened to the fact that he is ready to enter a committed relationship with his feminine. He says he wants to spend the rest of his life with her, and that he's open to love. So I feel like he's finally coming into alignment with that aspect. That could have been perhaps one of the reasons why the relationship didn't work in the beginning, and maybe what contributed to the split. Maybe he wasn't ready for that level of commitment, but he's ready now. He's being enlightened. He's coming into alignment, spiritual alignment, and yeah, he knows what he wants. So for the feminine, within nothing there is everything. Yeah, so I feel like she's working on herself, and this is her sort of turning within, because all the answers are within herself. I feel like that's true for the relationship. You know, she's saying that they need to work on the relationship, and she's sending messages and signs to her masculine. Well, I feel like she's doing a lot of internal work, a lot of spiritual work, and you know, everything that she needs to know, all the tools that she needs to access are within herself. And I think that's true for the relationship as well. So, yeah. Up next, I'm going to pull from the Angels deck. This is Angel Messages. I'm going to pull a card from this deck, and I'm going to pull a card from the Archangel as well. These are new cards that I haven't used yet, but they do have some beautiful messages. And that one was quick. Okay, so first message is coming from Daniel. And Daniel is saying, I am the angel of marriage, and I am assisting you right now. Yeah, that's beautiful. Particularly with this particular connection, you know. Masculine is saying, I want to spend my life with you, and I am open to love. And feminine's like, yeah, cool, we need to work on a relationship. I'm sending you signs and messages too. I feel like with Daniel coming in, that this is just confirmation that there is marriage potential here. You know, all in divine timing though. It's not going to happen next month or, you know, whenever, but there is marriage potential here. So I love that for you all. And then Archangel Shamuel is bringing you all a message of peace. And he is saying, peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Yeah. I think right now, overall, to navigate this interesting energy of July is to keep your heart and mind open to new possibilities and new opportunities, and to move from a heart-centeredness of love. Because when you're doing that, you're following your intuition, and you're in a place of surrender, and you're only doing things that bring joy and happiness to you. So if you can do that, if you can maintain that space and just only do the things that bring you joy and happiness, you will definitely be in an energy of love and surrender. And that will help you flow with the changes that the eclipse are bringing in, with the new opportunities, with the alignment. So I love that. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Yeah. I think that's a lovely way to end your message and to end your reading, Capricorn. This was beautiful. You've got a lot to look forward to. There's a lot of big changes happening for you all. Flow with it. Big timelines are ending. You've got the World card. I think you guys are the second group this month to receive the World. And but you've got the Tower, and you've got what else? There was one more. Well, you got 8 of Cups and 10 of Wands. So right there, it's endings, completions, moving on, moving forward to a new life. So it's exciting. It's very exciting. And I really want to hear more about it. So Capricorns, please comment below. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know what gifts and surprises that the universe is bringing for you all. I'm very curious to see how this all works out and plays out for you all. Keep in touch. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. This lets YouTube know that you are enjoying the content, and it helps keep the channel alive. Thank you to all my current subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank you to all my cross watchers. I truly appreciate your love and support to the channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. You're here by no accident. This is divine timing, so I'm hoping that the content resonated with you. Also, share, like, and subscribe, and click the bell. It lets you know when I'm releasing new content. But yeah, keep in touch with me. Let me know how the eclipse season is treating you. Let me know what comes your way. And I really look forward to seeing how things are working out in the middle of the month. I'll do a mid-month check-in with you all, and I'll see you all in August. All right, so happy solar eclipse, and we'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.